goodness, what a day it's been already. Not, what, 2 minutes ago. Just trying to get Shadow to chill out, but we made it. Made it on time. I think, I just noticed, I think the bitrate from last week's stream is a little bit low because we were having internet struggles. I don't really know if I fixed it, but the internet speed looked good today, so, hopefully it's gonna be alright. Happy birthday, MBS Games. What's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day. Just got a max score diamond Gemsbuck mail. That is something I'd like to find today. What's up, Active Dragon? Day's been interesting, it's Burden. Got up early, went turkey hunting, did not see a thing, actually, other than another hunter who, was kind of walking the property line. I'm pretty sure he walked right past one of my trail cams, so worst case scenario, I have an idea of who was doing such things, but I don't think he was doing anything, to be worried about. Goodness gracious. Did not hear or see a single bird, though. Kyla's out here getting mail. So then, yeah, got back. I just spent like 4 hours recording a classic video. I will not go into detail about that because, of course, that video will come out tomorrow. I've been peer pressured into grinding for a 6th Great One whitetail. Ugh, I could never. 6. So, how many of yours turned into like piebalds or something? Was it 2? Because I think it was. I feel like you had the huddle already, right? Hello. Goodbye. Danny and Jay, thank you for the membership renewals. I know that alert's not going to come up on screen. Nice to see my threat worked. 13 months makes me feel old. Finals next week, so I might not be active in the streams. Sounds good, man. Finals are obviously taking precedence there. And yet, not gonna lie, you inspired me a little bit. I thought about SRP, but we were there 2 weeks ago for like half the stream on that one where we shot the max weight diamond chamois. And I kind of figured, you know, Vurhonga's been like 3 weeks, I think it said. Might as well come out here and see what we can find. And Jay with the 38 months, that is a lot of months, man. I certainly appreciate you. Still got a huddle, good. 38.9, not too bad. Vurhonga today, indeed, it's been a little while. I think back to, I guess it would have been like 2018, after the Parquet hype kind of died off. Vurhonga was our stream map all the time. Like, just about every stream feels like it was Vurhonga. How rare is a gold melanistic mountain lion? I wouldn't say the melanistic aspect of it. Wait a minute. Am I going the wrong way here? I am. The melanistic aspect is quite rare. The gold part, basically every male mountain lion is gold, so on a scale of extreme rarity, it's maybe in the middle-ish area, if that makes sense. Oh, I'm glad I ran right past the dead one. A Vurhonga hunt that no one can do, no sights. Can I tell you what, Danny? I almost went to Aurora again to shoot fallow deer, because every time I attempt to do fallow deer on Twitch, I end up with no sights and like 30-30. I never get anything done. And I was like, you know, the same thing happens when I hunt lions. Oh god, that was rough. Anybody have some spare breath I can have? That was not good. Second shot got along anyway. Did I see Bottom Boy? What's going on, man? Any plans to hunt in Africa? To me, like, the aspect of hunting African species in games and stuff is quite appealing, but I don't know. Like, it's the whole thing for me. If I was just there, yeah, I'm going hunting like every day. But the travel part of it, and then just the mechanics of getting everything back, and I just don't know that it's my kind of thing necessarily. Maybe one day, but I don't know. There's other things that are higher up on my list, I'll say that. Are you saying the 30-30 isn't the best weapon? After what happened on my 2019 buck, I officially say the 30-30 is not the best weapon. Shadow's chillin', just doing her thing. Bought a controller, been playing Call of the Wild a lot harder than keyboard mouse. It really is. I did a couple of videos like that. I think some people were requesting that I do that again, so maybe it'll be something that I do in the fairly near future. That might be a good thing to do in this kind of, you know, intermediate time when there's no new maps, no new update kind of hype. My experience using the controller is that eventually once you get used to it, it's not that bad, but the immediate transition, you really miss some of the things that KBM help you with. What is your biggest animal in game? That's a tough question to answer because, you know, back with the old scoring system when you had like a standardized scoring system and you had 1000 as the max, it was pretty easy to determine, you know, what your biggest animal was based on the highest score there. I've got 7 or 8 max score animals on the new system because anything that doesn't have true rack still has a max score. So I've got like 2 max score peccary, I've got a max score bison, wolf, Gemsbuck I think I have 2 of, a couple of ducks as well, but yeah, I don't know, like how do you define what the biggest is when you have multiple max scores, you know what I mean? If you were to try to go like down the rarity route, maybe the max score bison, I feel like I don't see a ton of those. I hope you find at least that raccoon male. The amount of melanistic, maybe it fits the name, the amount of melanistic raccoons you found makes me jealous. You had a max weight estimate one? I hope I'm not spoiling things. I might be. Oops. Think before you talk. Anyway, hi Shadow. You gonna talk to everybody? If that was a hard shot, I was gonna be pretty proud of that. It was not, but still. That was a long shot. Not too bad. What's going on, Ben? Hashtag the... Oh, I see what's happening. You were tagging a person. I was very confused. I got off work early enough to catch you live. Love the content. It helped me a lot to get more diamonds. That's awesome to hear, man. I'm always glad to hear that, like, you know, when it goes beyond just the... call it entertainment value. I don't know if I'm entertaining, but we'll go with that. When it can actually help, whether it's finding diamonds or rares or whatever that may be, that's always cool to hear. How rare is a piebald silver mallard? Piebald mallards are quite common, actually. Melanistic mallards seem to be properly rare now, but back in the day there were so many rare ducks, like nobody really considers any rare duck of any kind that special anymore. Even though, like, I would say melanistic cinnamon teal are rather rare. I think melanistic harlequin ducks could be considered a rare, but I think it's just the fact that they're ducks, and like I said, rare ducks could be found around every corner at one time. It's just hard to break that stigma, I guess. Hope the new map is Canada. I've seen a bunch of, who said it? Was it British Columbia? Or something like that? Somebody was saying something in that area to me recently, and while I don't disagree that would be a cool area, I can't imagine we're getting a third North America map in a row. Makes very little sense to me, based on what EW has shown us in the past. They like to kind of keep it switched up, so, I mean, maybe they're just running out of ideas and North America's the way to go. One thing that we could definitely get more of is sheep species. I'm thinking of some of the old Cabela's games, and I can't remember map names on games that are 20 years old, but there was a map on like Cabela's Big Game Hunter 2004 that had stone sheep, doll sheep, I think there were some bears and stuff. Like, just the 2 sheep species there are 2 new ones. That's 2 big game species. It wouldn't be too hard to incorporate more North American species to get a full map, so I think there's something there somewhere in Canada. I'm just not sure it's going to be the next map. Vurhonga is your favorite? It's definitely still in my top 3 after all these years. And you know, one thing, assuming that the I think they said that the clues were the images were confirmed clues, so we can, especially given the time of year, pretty well determine they are clues towards some kind of new map. What it's not is Vurhonga. Those pictures are not, not Africa. Also not Vurhonga, but they're clearly not images of another Africa map, which I was hoping it would be, but perhaps that'll be further down the pipeline. Unless he turned into that shot, that is not going to be good. It was a nice one. So it's interesting. They used to drink all on the side of the lake that we're on. Actually, we somehow got them both. Maybe he dropped? What? That'll be interesting to see. But anyway, now they drink over there, I guess. As long as it's not another Hirsch. So that's what I thought it was. I thought it was some overblown hype about an image that was just a picture of Hirsch, but then I got to looking at it, and the lake wasn't the right size, and it definitely does not appear to be Hirsch. Call of Wild super fun, but I feel like Classic has more thrill of the hunt. 100%. What was I just... for those of you that are... This could be polarizing, but it's fine. For those of you that are maybe familiar with Jordan Peterson, I was watching a video that he was interviewed in one recently, and he was talking about the thing that I'll often mention when it comes to, you know, finding trophies in Call of the Wild and Classic and stuff, and why I'm so opposed to modding in this game. It's not the final result that is the reason, like, the grind for diamonds and stuff can be so rewarding. It's the work and the time and the effort that goes into that, into achieving that final result, that actually makes it worthwhile. And Classic has a better sense of that, because you just don't see as many animals, you don't see as many trophies. You, generally speaking, have to work a little harder to find basically anything on any level. And, you know, I don't play it as much for a bunch of reasons these days, one of the biggest ones being, unfortunately, console players don't have access to it, so it doesn't quite have the popularity, and I know, based on the comments every time I play it, people want to see Call of the Wild, so I gotta keep on going that way as well, but I enjoy playing Classic. Usually, the way I structure my week, I've got all my recording done by Friday morning, I do my Friday afternoon stream, and then some editing, and then I have the weekends off. So if I want to play something for fun on the weekends, it's usually Classic. Can any mod... Oh, that's not for me. Started a lion grind yesterday, killed... Oh my god, you killed 170 lions in, like, 2 days? It probably took me, like, a week to kill 170 when I started this. What is grinding meaning? Generally speaking, grinding is just referring to shooting a bunch of the same species over and over again as Shadow pulls me around in my chair. And essentially hoping for a certain result, whether it is a diamond or a rare or a great one. Grinding just means, in Call of the Wild context, shooting basically all the males that you can forever until you get the spawn that you want. How rare is a diamond melanistic pronghorn? That is the rarest animal in the game because they don't exist. So, not sure where that one came from. Best gun for Goose? I would argue it's the 22 Virant. I've made that argument before, and of course we just had the 22 hunting video, 22 goose hunting video. Was that Saturday? Yeah, because yesterday was the montage. And rarely do we have a flock where some geese got away. If you maybe, especially if you're on console, it can be tough to shoot geese with the 22 though, and maybe if you're not as comfortable shooting them with the 22 or a rifle of any kind, I'm going to say the 10 gauge is the best, which would be a part of Weapon Pack 3. I think that is actually another definition, bottom boy, but that's also accurate. Wait, I asked if that was like a puzzle, and I got the wrong answer. And now I'm sad that I wasn't watching that 3D T-Rex skeleton come to life. Well, it's dead. You get my point. Is a rare... Is a diamond female oryx rare? Actually, so, just for anybody that's maybe unfamiliar with what an oryx is, oryx, I believe, is like another name for a gemsbuck, or however you want to describe that. It's the same species. Diamond female oryx or gemsbuck are actually more common than the diamond males. You can get diamond females at level 4, in fact, whereas for males you need to level 5, and I'm going to say 98% of the time or higher level 5 males are not diamonds anyway. I'm at the hospital all day, that's no good. Hope everything's alright. Next map gotta be Sweden. So what, assuming that was like fall leaves, or fall foliage, in the clue reveal image thingy, I would say Sweden could be definitely an option. It's a temperate map of some kind, right? Getting all the peanut butter. When I asked if it was a puzzle, that's what I meant. Because I used to have little things like that when I was a kid, where you put together the skeleton. That's really cool. Better post a picture of it somewhere. Gotta post a picture in Discord or something. Oh, nice. Holy. What do you think the new map will be? I honestly don't know. I usually try to kind of stay clear of predictions for a while until we get more information, because on some level I feel responsible for not just, you know, chucking out every theory I have, because I don't want to kind of influence people's hopes and then have them be let down. Does that make sense? If I had to guess, it's gotta be... I like the Nordic idea. Sweden, or... Where is... Hemmeldal in Hunter Classic is Sweden, right? Or not, it's Norway, I think. So, like, something in there. I know those are temperate environments. I believe that's the right phrase for, like, when the leaves change and stuff. So that could fit the images that we saw. I like the idea. Classic has some maps in those areas that are quite good. But I feel like it could be just about anywhere. I don't know how far across the globe temperate environments stretch, but I assume it's much further than I am assuming. Deer Slayer, thank you so much for the super chat and the sticker, by the way. I appreciate you. YouTube thinks I'm streaming Rust? I might have screwed up, because sometimes... I don't like that this is a thing, but sometimes, like, the mouse scroll wheel, just scrolling over anything, will actually change the options. Like, that happens to me in Sony Vegas all the time when I'm editing. I'll accidentally move the audio into just one side of the, like, earphones if you're listening to those. Usually I catch that. I'm sure I've uploaded a video or two where it's all screwed up, but I could have done that by accident. I don't think there is, like, a select an option thing. You usually have to type it in. Quite odd. EW equals Swedish. Gotta go full nationalistic for once. Hey, could well be. What was the game? There's another game that I am quite interested in that's also... the development team is based in Sweden, but I don't even know... I can't think of what game it was. Hopefully I can figure that out by the end of the stream. Himmelal is based on Sweden according to the wiki. Really? Oh god. Where are you? Why does it sound... God. It sounded like it was right on top of us. I was afraid we were going to get dead. Don't go back the other way. I'm so confused. That sound is almost as if it's right in front of you regardless. What's up, Adam? Alright, back the other way we go. That was a... Was there only one? I thought I saw two. Oh dear. I assume you're the one making such racket over there? What? I don't know what's going on. I'm confused. Why can't you play the 2019 edition on offline? I don't know. I would have assumed you'd be able to. When you say offline, do you mean single player, or are you talking about, like, you don't have internet connection and it won't let you play? When are you playing Hunting Simulator again? I can't promise that I'll go back to it, but, you know, never say never. There's a chance, I would say, like, maybe in the lead up to, Ultimate Hunting or Way the Hunter or something, whenever those eventually get to the point of release, maybe I'll mess with Hunting Sim 2 again to try to, like, establish a baseline for my own expectations, or maybe the expectations of others. I don't really want to compare games, but I think it can actually be good to be like, alright, this is what is, in my opinion, a decent hunting game that needs a lot of work, and then go from there. We'll see. Albino Diamond Lion today? That would be amazing. You know, I really... The, what's it called? Breadwinner multi-mouth. I really want to put a rare male lion in it, but I also feel compelled to display a diamond because I've got this whole thing in my head with the trophy lodges where I want to have at least one diamond of every species. And then I guess I could, in theory, put the diamond lion in the other multi-mouth, but I don't know. I struggle with that one, but an albino diamond lion would alleviate the issues because then I can just have a rare and a diamond in the same animal. So I assume you're asking, are melanistic mouflon good? Because they can be gold. And yes, they were at one time rather common. Albino and melanistic mouflon were more or less around every corner. But I don't even know when they fixed it. I'd say 2+ years ago. They fixed it to where they're actually properly rare now. I shot a really nice albino one when they were fairly common, but unfortunately, due to the, you know, frequency of finding them at the time, it wasn't really worth anything. Why did they not put the full Big 5 in South Africa? So I don't know. I would guess they probably addressed that at some point, like on one of their streams or something, because I know that was a very common question people had, like, why is the Big 5 not among the species that have been listed for Vurhonga? My memory has something to do with... I think their reasoning was along the lines of, like, maybe some endangered species stuff, or maybe... It might have just been an issue of, like, some of the size of the animals. It's been so long, I can't remember. You might be able to get an answer out of them if you ask into one of their live streams. When do they stream Called Wow? That's Tuesday? Tuesday noon Eastern. You're probably better served asking them. I don't know if Jaxy actually knows the answer. I assume he probably does, but then again, he definitely wasn't working there at the time. Which is more rare, legendary, or mythical? Legendary is more rare. When it comes to high-scoring animals, diamond, stuff like that, legendary animals have a chance to make diamond. Generally speaking, mythical animals do not. Some extremely rare cases, mythical animals will make diamond, but you can more or less count on the fact that they're going to be a gold at best. That's what I was saying, Braden. I mean, I was saying this for a while, like, you know, by the time the June map release, usually they release the first map of the year in June, by the time that comes up, Vurhonga will be almost 4 years old. Well, now we're pretty well certain the next map's not going to be Africa based on those images, so we're looking at more than 4 years since Vurhonga came out before we would be looking at another potential Africa map, if they intend to do it at all. I still say, you know, you go and try to join a multiplayer session, you look and see what maps are open. Vurhonga almost always has the most, if not one of, say, like the top 2 most servers actively open. And what that tells me is the map is popular, and I think the community as a whole would enjoy another similar map. I could be wrong. There's a reason they're getting paid to make the decisions and not me, but I certainly think, especially what I've gathered, talking about stuff like this with you guys in chat, a lot of people would like to see another Africa map. Clue video soon. Maybe if something else gets dropped that kind of that points us in a direction. I feel so much like I'd be just blindly chucking a dart at a dartboard right now. I really want some direction to go in with my my video whenever that happens. I was just saying earlier, I'm not sure if you were in here when I said it, I feel some responsibility at least to not just kind of blindly guess when a new map comes out, because I don't want to, you know, give all my ideas for why I think a certain map may be coming, and then if I'm wrong, I've gotten people's hopes up, and then they're let down by what actually comes out. Like, I want to be at least fairly accurate, so I want to wait until there's a good indication at least. We'll see, though. How rare is a golden blue wildebeest? They are quite common, actually. Do you think the next map is Sweden or Canada? It's a thick female lion. If I had to choose between just those two, I'd probably lean more towards Sweden, because we've had 2 North America maps in a row in Rancho del Arroyo and Mississippi. So, just because I cannot see them going the same continent 3 maps in a row, I would go Sweden there, but I also think there's a fair chance it's somewhere, you know, not among those 2 listed. You got it, bottom boy. Totally agree, just interested in your opinion? Yeah, I got you. As far as, like I said, doing a video, though, I think I'll probably wait. I know, like, a lot of people have asked me, and I understand that side of it as well and trying to give my opinion, but I don't know. I feel like I've been pretty far off with guesses before, and I just don't want to, you know, lead people down a path where they get their own hopes up, because I do that to myself. Like, I get my hopes up for certain things when, this is the Hunter Classic example, but when a new species was announced for Bushrangers Run way back in the day, and if you're not familiar with Classic, some of the things I'm saying may not make sense, but the main point will. A lot of people were thinking it was going to be axis deer, or maybe like sandbar deer, something like that. It turned out to be feral goats, and because I've always just enjoyed hunting antler species, it's the reason Leighton Lakes is my favorite map, it was a big letdown for me. I was just so certain it was going to be a deer species with antlers. It was hard for me to, you know, wrap my head around it, but I ended up enjoying them. Is that what you snapped me, Will? I got, for Kyla's birthday in 2021, I think it was, a little birthday dino with like a little bracelet thing. And honestly, the birthday dino was just a way to kind of hold said bracelet as a little display situation in the... Actually, you know what it was? Because I couldn't wrap it because I had to fly to Georgia and I couldn't have a, you know, wrapped gift in my backpack. I'm sure I probably could have, but, you know, trying to avoid getting pulled aside by TSA. Oh, this is awkward. He's going to float over here. Anyway, they sent that vacuum sealed, and it was so special. Way back in the day. I talked about way back in the day in tomorrow's video too. Thoughts on Great One Moose? The one thing that's tough is I'm not sure like exactly what they do to make it, you know, Great One worthy. Do they kind of do that non-typical moose thing where it's almost as if they've grown multiple paddles? That would be cool. I just, you know, how do you make the diamond moose paddles any bigger than they are? They get massive as is. So that might be a challenge. But did this guy get away last time? I thought we killed that. Anyway, as far as the idea itself, it seems to be the community favorite. Every time EW posts a poll about Great Ones, moose is always the top voted one. So I think it's something they should definitely look into try to do. I'm still not sure how you go about it perfectly, but maybe it's doable. Have you ever seen that video? I'm sure some of you guys have. It's just this huge bull moose, I think still in velvet, walking down the middle of a road. One of the biggest bull moose I've ever seen on video. Maybe they just copy that. That's a cool idea. I've mentioned this before, and it never sticks with me when I try to, you know, say like when I made the Call of the Wild wishlist thing back in December. I totally forgot this idea. Velvet antlers for Great Ones and stuff? I'd be here for it. Cavity searches to give Kylo a present. That would be a present, alright. A surprise, you might say. What's that, Sparks? Yep, she's awake. It's amazing, she slept basically no problems through a 3-hour recording session. The last like 45 minutes she was awake, but you know, 3 hours is a long time for any nap of any kind. I know. You poor sleepy thing, you. But then, you know, come stream time, she's just a little menace because I don't give her enough attention, I guess. What's with the lion's hair? So it only exists in the harvest screen. Hey, no worries, winners. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, it's only a harvest screen bug. It is pretty terrible, but actually, I don't know if it's all Vurhonga animals or all animals with that like thin fur. But wildebeest have it, warthog have it, lions have it, where the hair looks just super, super thin, to the point of being more or less transparent. But the actual live animals on the map and the animals in the trophy logs look fine. That's nuts, bottom boy. What guns? For today we have the 300, which is our primary weapon at the moment. We have the 30-06, I think it's the Elegance, if I'm not mistaken, the nice wood grain one. 243, obviously, for small stuff, and the 22. What would you think of a South America map? So Parque Fernando is South America. Frankly, I don't really know a whole lot about South America hunting and like what game species are there. I do recall Dangerous Hunts 2009, which is actually where I got my name from. Not my real life name, but my Flinter name. What is happening? I don't like when they get this close. Anyways, they had a South America hunting experience. I think you could hunt like tapir and some other random species that I do not recall, but maybe could be a neat idea. I know Parquet, I personally think Parquet is a really cool map. A lot of people don't seem to agree with me, but I like it. If it was something along those lines, I certainly wouldn't be upset. The hair for the lions is like that in the lodge. Console has had an issue with lion manes for a long time, but I don't think it's the same issue. Like on PC, my lions look fine, for instance. Nice, Rio. It's only me with the waiting screen. Uh-oh. Wonder if he's paused or something. Do you have any pointers for going for a diamond moose or caribou on Yukon? I mean, much like any other species, I would generally say hunt drink times, and if you're doing it in single player, just shoot every male you see. Caribou are tough. Caribou are one of the rarest diamonds in the game at this point, I believe, and moose, while they're a little more common, can be a bit frustrating to hunt. But yeah, drink times, caribou drink 5 to 9, moose drink, I think on Yukon it's still 9 to 1300. On Layton it's like 830 to 12 now. But that's about the best advice I can give. I'm not great with Yukon hunting, but drink times tend to work for a lot of stuff. Nice, Louis. How do you get the turkey calls? If you have any of the maps, the map DLCs that have turkeys, I think you get it. We were talking about that on Friday, though. Mississippi might not give you the turkey call, even though there's eastern turkeys on that map. But I'm pretty confident Rancho and Silver Ridge Peaks do. I think Te Awaroa does as well. It should. If it doesn't, the devs need to figure that one out. How many lions are over here? It's amazing. I keep on looking over there, and I don't see them. Where are you hiding? You would think a 500-pound animal would be a little more visible. I don't know if what you're saying, well, like, screwed up a diamond and haven't hunted him since, is due to screwing up the diamond, but it sounds like my piebald gator mishap on Mississippi. I can't commit to it. I can't go back. It made me so sad. What is a good way to get a great one? Honestly, great ones come down to luck, primarily. There are a couple of things you can do to kind of increase your odds, and really when I say increase your odds, I'm just talking about, like, speeding up the process, sort of increasing your odds. So basically, assuming that you're after a red deer or whitetail, you want to shoot as many stags or whitetail bucks as you can, and do that as efficiently as possible. So I've got guides on both species. My whitetail guide was done on Layton Lakes, because that is where I shot my great one whitetail. But the red deer guide on Quattro, I think, is maybe a little bit better. It talks a bit more about, like, setting up, like, in an abstract way. Like, I'm not being super specific about my map. Exactly, Will, exactly. Did geese get affected by hunting pressure? Not a bit. I was doing that goose hunting video whatever day I recorded it. I think I recorded it Friday morning, actually. And I've never shot so many geese in one spot that I removed all the hunting pressure from a previous spot where I shot a bunch of geese, but that happened twice in that video. And they didn't care. They kept on flying past, flock after flock, despite the fact that there was what I would call basically max hunting pressure there. Am I banned or something? I don't know. What do you mean? Been here for like 10 minutes. You'll get random, like dry spells, let's call it. And you just gotta wait it out. Eventually they'll come by. 700 kills into my second whitetail grind, doing okay with 1 rare and 7 diamonds. Yeah, I'd say those numbers are quite solid. And you know, I never really kept great count on my Rancho grind. My Layton grind, though, I was getting like 1 diamond every 200 kills, so you're twice that rate plus the rare. diamond jackals are next to impossible to find. I'm not sure, because they changed their drink time. They don't drink like in the middle of the day anymore. But I don't know that I ever shot a diamond jackal drinking. I always would randomly hit a 12 to 14 track and just follow them. Or one time, it may have been leaving a drink zone. I remember I was sick. I was streaming Vurhonga because I think I didn't record a video that day because I didn't feel good, but then I decided I'd stream. And we were doing lions, same thing we're doing now. In fact, looking for the same thing, and this was like a year ago, so that tells you how well that's going. But randomly, just I looked out in the field and there was a level 9 jackal. Why are you whining? Huh? Which gun are you using for the lions? The 300. You may think the 470 would be the best option for them, but especially because it doesn't actually have a scope, the 300 is the way to go. 100%. 470 is a cool gun. I wouldn't say it's even necessarily a good gun. It might be more than a year ago, Bottom Boy. In fact, I would say it's almost definitely more than a year ago. Is Kyla here? I think she's currently cleaning up after a dog, unfortunately. What's that? I noticed it happened. I wasn't sure where you went, but unfortunately she went when you were gone. Alfie, thanks for your super chat. Appreciate you, man. Love your vids. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. 1505. Oh boy. We had a couple lines get away last week, or last time rather. I'm almost tempted because it's only been like 30 minutes. Let's go down here real quick, and then we might reset the time back to the beginning of lion drink time again. The 470 is fine. It is fine, but that is as far as it goes. Why you cry, doggo? Want to see the puzzle thing? It's more than a puzzle, but puzzle was the way that I described it. Thoughts on the Steelers drafting QB in the first round? What's up, Kyla? What, did it break?
Yeah, it broke, I guess.
In shipping? Lame.
It's fine.
It's fine. Anyway, I mean, it was a need. I actually liked the Trubisky pickup to begin with. I thought that sort of had some 2005-ish vibes to it, where they had good defense, a good running game, playmaking receivers, quarterback that was, you know, towards the cheaper end so they could pay for quality players elsewhere, and a quarterback that I would actually say 2005 Roethlisberger made quite a few mistakes with interceptions and stuff, but, you know, he still made the plays when needed. But I think the Kenny Pickett pickup's going to be good. I look at him as kind of like a somewhere between Kirk Cousins and Drew Brees ceiling-wise. He could also be like, let me think of a decent example. Almost like a Jeff Garcia, like good. I don't know if you know who that is. He's a little older. Good, but never quite, you know, Super Bowl caliber. I think generally, like, you get on a team with a good defense and a good running game, you're probably going to do all right, but I don't know if he's ever going to be the guy that's making the plays, you know, in those crucial situations, but we'll see. I'm excited for the season for sure. I just saw a tweet from Boston Connor, I think it was yesterday. No, was that today? Might have been Saturday. Anyway, 120-something days to NFL football, so got some time to wait. Do you play other games? Not often. There was a time when I played a lot of other games in addition to the Hunter, but now, as things are with the dog and the house and everything, generally speaking, like Call of the Wild and Classic are my only games I play very much of. That'll be my, you know, my job is to make videos and stream and all that, so I do that. And if I'm playing anything in my free time, it's usually the same two games, whether it's looking for something for content or just for fun. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna watch, Will, because like usually, I don't know if she'll remember, but I was just telling Kyla this last night, because usually I fall asleep listening to like some kind of video, and I tend to find Pro Football Talk to be the perfect channel to fall asleep to, because it's just interesting enough that my mind doesn't wander, but it's not so interesting that I can't just fall asleep during it. But I don't know what the heck they're going to talk about for the next couple months. There's no more you know, who's going number one overall. There's no more, you know, what quarterbacks are going to make the biggest impact. For a while, they can talk about the players that went where and how that's going to fit, but who knows? There's always storylines. Do you think it would be better if the track info came up on the HunterMate? I think it would give a slightly more immersive experience because having the track info just kind of arbitrarily on the top right of the screen is a little bit odd. But I do like that I can track animals without the assistance of the HunterMate, because that allows me to have like my binoculars at the ready or even my gun at the ready when I'm hunting along, and you know, who knows, maybe a random lion, since we're hunting lions, is suddenly in front of me and I want to take that shot. You know, in Classic, I'll basically hunt with my HunterMate equipped because I never want to miss a call that, like, maybe I don't hear with my ears, but the HunterMate, you know, air quote, hears, and I can identify it through that and go from there. Whereas in Call of the Wild, if a call happens or if I click on a track, I can keep my binoculars and gun equipped and keep on going. The HunterMate in Classic is far more useful. This one is, it's sleeker looking, and that is where the advantages end. Actually, I do like the connect the dots feature, but that also happens on your map. Fur type, blood rate and stuff. The menu info? I wouldn't mind if that was also shown on the HunterMate. That would be alright. Then I wouldn't have to... You know where that could really help? Maps that have a ton of zones discovered will actually lag when you open the map. I've seen this a bunch. Like, latent multiplayer servers. You know, some of these guys have had latent for the whole 5 years, and they've been discovering zones this whole time, and the map is just loaded with zone icons. It can be like a 3 to 5 second lag just to open the map, which is really annoying. Especially in what I'll call the current meta of you don't need the disturb veg. If you open the map, it tells you the fur type, which I think eventually is going to be fixed, but as is, I mean, it's there. You should use it. The smart thing to do is open the map every time you click on a track, so when you're dealing with that lag, that can be extremely frustrating. Okay, let's go change the time here. What's up, Billy? Slides in with lasagna. I didn't know lasagna was that slick. What's going on, mistress? Got a 3D printer, I'm just too lazy to use it? How dare you. You should have 3D printed a 12 by now. I'm disappointed. Fox squirrels? For what? I'm clearly missing a little bit of this conversation. Let's just run this little bit. I don't know if we've gone through here since they redistributed stuff. There's probably Cape Buffaloes through here now. Cape Buffalo? Buffaloes? Something? Oh. I thought she was in her kennel. Sleepy dog. That's not too bad. 40 minutes in, we've had worse. I'll 3D print you a 200 whitetail, please. Can you 3D print me a turkey to shoot too?
That'd be cool if you could 3D print your buck antlers.
Yeah, I was looking at that. You have to send like 200 high-res images at all different angles. I'm like, I don't know if I can. That's a lot of pictures. It would be cool though. Dark Hydro, my favorite team is the Steelers. You guys smoked us last year. That was a weird game too. It was like a blowout, and then the Steelers came back and took the lead. And it was a Cam Sutton, I think, or Norwood, or somebody blew a coverage. Mike Williams had a deep touchdown. I like Herbert though. I think the AFC West is already nuts, but Herbert might be challenging Mahomes for best AFC West quarterback very soon. Hey, Ormy. Is the reason you like lions because they drink at 12? Nah, I just think they're a cool species. Their rares are very cool. And honestly, the reason that we continue to hunt lions is we've got 2 different lion multi-mounts in the Trophy Lodge. One of them is called the Breadwinner multi-mount. It's got a diamond lion, 2 rare female lions, and an albino gold Cape Buffalo. That is a perfect multi-mount. I'm happy to not touch it, even though I'd like to put a rare male lion in there too. We have a rare male lion in another multi-mount, with which I want to add one more rare female lion, which we do not have, and that's what we're doing, trying to get one more. What about Wilson? He's not better than Mahomes. You could argue he's better than Herbert based on like body of work, but I would say Herbert is far more physically talented than Wilson already. We should all pitch in and buy the Broncos. Yes. You know what else is going to be fun? Derrick Carr to Devontae Adams. I can't wait to watch some of that. I already said this. I'm going to figure out whatever TV package I got to buy to watch every single AFC West matchup this year. Needs to happen. If you could choose one species to add to the game, which would you pick and to what map? If they could do Doll Sheep correctly, I would pick Doll Sheep to Yukon. The reason I kind of have that caveat there is I really think the Bighorn are not good. I understand that if you were to just leave them, you know, in the right environment, they would grow those crazy curls, but you never see a Bighorn in real life have curls like they get in this game. So if they did the Doll Sheep, basically copy the Hunter Classics Doll Sheep horns, which by the way, please do that for the Bighorn too. But if they just copied Doll Sheep horns, but then made them, you know, look better because Call of the Wild's got more realistic graphics, I'd love it. I think Doll Sheep would be a really cool addition. Stone Sheep as well, by the way. I don't know if they would fit on any of the current maps, really. But the cool thing about species like that is that they could fill some voids in maps where currently there's just kind of nothing there. You know, there's some mountains in Leighton Lakes, for instance, that just have nothing. They're hardly accessible, so at least that kind of keeps you from spending much time exploring them. But, you know, Stone Sheep fit there. That gives us a reason to go and check them out. It gives us a reason to explore a new area of the map. Yeah, Charlie, I'm with Kyle on that one. The 22 Virant, or 22 LR, I definitely prefer for a couple of reasons. The 10 round mag, obviously that helps for situation with ducks and geese. I thought when the 22 AR came out, the 5 was going to be enough. So often it's like shot number 7 or 8 where I actually hit the duck or the goose that I'm shooting at. So there's that, but the biggest aspect is, and I'd love to know what the breakdown is for how many shots I fire at ducks versus how many shots I fire at big game animals, like near them to get them to turn. What we refer to as the 22 strat, where you shoot the 22 LR near an animal that's maybe walking away from you, it causes them to go alert, not spook, and they'll often turn and give you a good still broadside shot. That is extremely important. The 22 AR is too loud, it spooks them immediately. Chargers still the team to beat in the AFC West? I mean, the Chiefs were almost in the Super Bowl. I still think it's the Chiefs division, but I don't disagree that they're really good. Greater Kudu to Vurhonga? If I could replace one species, I like that idea, yeah. Ptarmigan for Leighton? I wouldn't be opposed to it. What do you think about animal interactions? Example like in Red Dead. Animal interactions like in Red Dead. I'm not super familiar with the animal interactions that happen in Red Dead, but I mean, any sort of animal interaction is good because it adds a ton of like immersion. So, you know, if you were to see, and Classic has a bit of it, and I guess Call of the Wild does too in some instances, like wolves chasing stuff, or lions used to chase animals a lot more. I always thought that was cool, but you can only see the same animation so many times before it kind of gets stale. So, I kind of get why there's not more of it. Then again, we see the same drink sodas and stuff over and over, or drink animations. I was fishing yesterday and a goose chased me. I forget where we went, but we had a school field trip in like 8th grade. And there was this goose blocking the bridge to the next place we were trying to go. We weren't being led by any of like the teachers or anybody. I don't know why, we were just off on our own, but I decided I was just going to walk past the goose, and it did not think that was funny. It full on like slapped me with its wings. I got past though. If you had to play one map, what would it be? That's a tough question, because I would say Layton is my favorite map, but Layton would not be the map that I choose here. Just because, you know, I've played it for 5 years. Like, how much more time can I put into that map before I'm just, like, kind of over it? Quattro's got, I think, the most total number of species, but 4 of them are ibex, and I don't care for the ibex that much. Nothing's got whitetail and red deer, so I wouldn't have the option to kill 2 different types of great ones regardless. Rancho's got a pretty darn good mix. Pheasants are fun, I enjoy the rabbits. Whitetail, I could still look for great ones. There's mule deer. Bighorn are cool, even though I don't like their horns. It might be a Rancho, weirdly enough. Just because of like the variety and the difference in hunting pheasants compared to any other type of hunting, other than quail. I've never even seen a swan bottom boy. Not gonna lie, I'm not sure I even knew they were in the States. Now Rancho, I know. I just think, like, if I wanted to have consistent fun for like the longest period of time, I want varied types of hunting. So I want, you know, the pheasants or the rabbits chasing them through the brush, or even with the bobcats. That'd be night hunting now. I can do a great one grind. I can grind for rare mule deer. Like, there's a lot of stuff on that map that I think would be different from hunt to hunt, I guess. Can female make diamond? There are, I think, 5 species where that can happen. Maybe 6. So gemsbuck females make diamond more often than males. European hares, eastern cottontail rabbits, and scrub hares all only have females making diamond. And chamois can have females making diamond on very rare occasions. You would choose Mississippi over Rancho? I would not. I definitely wouldn't. I like Mississippi, but I don't know. Maybe it's too close to home. I need something different. Hey, what the heck? Crowned. It would have been epic if I made that shot. We've had so many of them, I'm not too worried about it, but that's cool. We actually hit it not too bad, just not perfect. I was not about to chase a female wildebeest for years, though. Buffalo's scratching his horns on a tree. I actually always thought like rubs and stuff. Oh no, we did get a long shot. Holy! Clutch, big male, totally. Anyway, that's pretty neat. I feel better about my decision to make that shot now. Cool. Don't see those every day. Casually get my 12th. I have had a bunch of them. I don't know why. I think it's because, hello. I think it's because, like, I would just on so many random occasions go and check wildebeest rest zones in multiplayer. And I don't think a lot of people ever bothered them that much. I don't think wildebeest are among the more popular species on this map. So I would just end up killing a bunch in multiplayer. I do not know what map's coming next. I know no more than anybody else. And I'm probably going to be the last person to make a video on it because I've seen a whole bunch. But I am waiting. Look at that big male. I feel like we saw this guy last time too because we were forced hunt with no sights now that I think of it. Haven't gotten a single crowned wildebeest. They're definitely not a common thing, and the other thing about it is, because they're limited to female only, you cannot get a male crowned wildebeest. I would say generally, if you're out on an average Vurhonga hunt, and there's 2 wildebeest standing side by side, a common female and a common male, you're probably going to shoot the male, and then, you know, you're never getting a respawn that could turn into a crown, so unless you just have one there, it's not as likely. I would guess that that's probably an initial spawn from who knows when. I can't recall intentionally shooting any female wildebeest, but you never know. Could have happened. What do I need to pin? Pinned comment. What? I can pin it, but I can't figure out what you're saying. Small Flinter? No, you. No, it's true. It can be pinned, and I swear it doesn't reduce the amount of questions at all. What would you want for the Waterfowl rework? Frankly, classic Waterfowl. To put it simply, I think that would be the ideal. I'm gonna say in every case, I don't know if snow geese count as waterfowl. Do they? I assume. But like magpie geese, Canada geese, snow geese, all the ducks. In my mind, don't do it. God, it's happened way more times today than it ever does. Anyway, in my opinion, classic waterfowl is about as perfect as it can get. So if they did basically that, I would be quite pleased. That was fun. Do you have a cold or something? No. Do I sound different? It might be an aspect of like the whole waking up at 4:45 to go turkey hunting thing. I'm probably a little more tired than usual, but maybe I sound different. Every goose is waterfowl. I wasn't sure when it's snow geese because, and I guess that's just, yeah, I'm thinking stupid there because they don't only exist in Arctic environments just because White Rime Ridge is a thing. My bad. Them giving Nice geese zones. What is wrong with me? I do need to go to sleep. Geese need zones. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be a useful thing. Like, ducks have need zones as is, and they certainly don't work how I'd like them to. What's up, Gunner? Can I get some diamond turkey tips for hunting them? Honestly, if you have the 22 AR or the 22 LR from either Weapon Pack 1 or... It's technically Weapon Pack 5, but what's it called? Modern Weapon Pack or something? Shoot every male turkey you see with those and you will eventually find a diamond. Honestly, you're more likely to find a diamond level 2, which any level 2 turkey with a 9 to 11 kg estimate, hello there, has a chance at being a diamond, speaking of. But, your level 3s are guaranteed. That's a beautiful chat there, Danny. Big mail. So, what, a couple months ago on Vurhonga, it might be more than a couple months ago now, we had our first ever diamond lion in single player outside of the Trailblazer beta when lions were being released in like February of 2019, I think. Every other legendary on my map has trolled. Hopefully we just continue the trend and get another diamond here. I was hoping to see... Oh, you know what? Lions almost never return to their zone nervous. They just kind of go. So, before he... Let's try to find a good open spot for this. We kind of need to alert him. Timing? Oh, I think we did time that right. Oh, dear. Can't even spot him. Well, had he taken like 2 more steps, the timing would have been there. He's still alert, so he may turn. I went back to nervous. Alright. We'll have to play this. Like I said, he's just going to go for a long time and then eventually go nervous, but he's not going back to his zone. I thought we did, Kyla. I'm pretty sure we did, because like the last time was like middle of winter. Don't take the shot. Honestly, and this is a maybe dumb rationale for not doing it, but I don't like to not take such shots. Or I don't like to take such shots when I don't have them spotted. Just specifically because... Ooh, that was pretty good hard shot. Anyway, just specifically because of the montage. Because then it sucks, like, if you're watching a montage and you don't even see what level the thing is. Bruh. I did a thing. I was proud of that. You don't not listen, man. I was concentrating on doing that. Thank you, Diana. What scope would you advise for the Hunter Classic? So that's a tough one because it depends on your weapon. Still on pace for 100% drop shots for this month. I want to have a month of doing that. There's always like some random hunt that I do where I'm like, we're gonna hunt Leighton with nothing but the 223, and then I can't drop shot a whitetail. Turkey max score 4.8. Tomorrow is my birthday. Well, happy early birthday, man. Oh, anyway, to go back to that classic question, because I didn't fully answer it. So what I would do is look at the weapons that you own. If you go into the store and click on those weapons that you already own, wow, plenty of lions here. It will show, like, on the bottom leftish as you scroll down, the compatible scopes with them. So basically what you want to do is go and find what scopes are going to be compatible and try to find, like, common scopes there. So, like, let's say you have maybe, I don't know, 2 weapons that take the Eagle MK2 scope, I think that's what it's called. Then I'd recommend buying that one. It is probably the most universal scope that there is. What the heck? There are way more lions here than there's any right being. What is happening? I know, Shadow. This is ridiculous. You tell him.
She was trying to show you her duck in her mouth. That's all she barked at first.
With a duck in her mouth?
Yeah.
Good job, Shadow.
Goob.
Was that not a lung shot?
Gotta kill us.
I'm never going to recover all these things.
No, I said I might. Don't back talk me.
I woke her up by getting too excited. That also did happen. I tried to take the blame, okay? Well, 2 more got away. Kitties everywhere. I know, it's nuts. Apparently this lake is just the best. I need some tripods. Where is Shadow Cam? I do. Today would have been a good day. She actually stepped a decent amount. Having a dog who needs to constantly touch you while being someone who needs their personal space is a struggle. I don't mind, like, Shadow wanting to always be right next to me. I generally, like, enjoy the fact that she, you know, wants to be that close or whatever. Summer that's gonna change, I guarantee it. But it's the streams and stuff that I'm just like, okay, listen, dude, I need to focus, and I can't give you attention, and then you're gonna bark, and then you're gonna hurt people's ears. So I gotta give you attention. It's quite the experience, really. Where are you hiding? Shoot them all. Bait them out, Shadow. Could sound like a little whimpering. What the heck is going on? Big male still coming out of here. That's not the one. There was a 6 over there. We'll take that. Daniel, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate that. Will you be playing The Way of the Hunter? Thoughts on the trailer if you've seen it? I believe it'll provide healthy competition to Call of the Wild. Of the hunting games that have been kind of like teased in the last couple of years, I would say Way of the Hunter has the best shot at succeeding. I would say, and you know, we're very limited on the knowledge we have. Upside, I think it could be somewhere on the level of some of the better Cabela's games. Low side, it's probably at worst like a slightly better hunting sim too. I don't think it's quite going to be on the Call of the Wild Classic level, but it may well, you know, be worthy competition. We'll see. I think what it comes down to, for any hunting game to succeed and to compete with Call of the Wild, is do the devs intend to continuously update the game? Because nothing's going to compete with Call of the Wild and Classic if there aren't consistent updates. Because a new game can come out and it can be great, but if there's not new maps coming to the game and new content, people are going to get bored and people are going to go back to the games that are adding new content. I'm really hoping for the best with The Way of the Hunter. I thought it looked good. I thought the devs took the right approach by, you know, waiting till they had a fairly polished product before they showed it. And I thought it looked pretty good. If there are some of the variables in the scoring and stuff that they talked about in the Steam page, it's got real potential to be a real contender. Oh, really, Mel? That's probably more incredible than a random 320-meter drop shot on a lion. Same here. Everybody's having incredible stuff. What's your incredible thing, Shadow? I hear you want to share. She's chewing on the little lever that adjusts the height on my chair, and she will pull it enough that my chair will sink and I will be annoyed. Oh, that's cool, Mel. Picks when? What lake? This one here. It's always been an okay lion lake, but I mean, this is all one wildebeest and then lions. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that was a wildebeest. 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 lions here, and I'd let at least 2 get away. So this should be the level 9. I just heard another one. Let's see. Good trends or bad trends? Hey, barely a diamond. 48.6, made it by 0.1. 330 meter heart shot, though. I mean, I'm pretty proud of that. It was one of those kind of like intuitive heart shots, if that makes sense. Like I didn't have the time to really try to line it up. Just sent it. God, they're ugly without the fur working, but that's pretty cool. I like it. Thank you, Mel. We'll have to send that back to the second lodge by the end of the hunt. Well, that's good. Still got 15 minutes to hunt lions. I don't even know where else we should go. Oh, here's actually pretty good. Let's go and check that lake. But at the very least, we got a trophy before we go and try to hunt Kudu or something. Dude, what? What's that about, Will? Hopkins suspended 6 games? What did he do? Balding lions? Not good for the sunburn, man. They're going to be in real trouble. It's just a random thought. Can I place more tents on this map? Hey, Will, thank you for the super chat and the diamond sticker. I appreciate you, man. Good start to May. I was thinking as well, April, I'm lucky I squeezed the 2-minute montage out of that month because we did not kill a whole lot of real big stuff. But I was hoping to get things on track for May, and I think we're doing pretty good. Got a bigger desk and you still can't fit everything on it.
I know, I need to get rid of my stuff here. Too many things.
At least they're cool things.
Yeah, true.
Violated the league's PED policy. I figured it must have been something along those lines. Man, that sucks. I like to watch him play. I guess I shouldn't say it's unfortunate that guys are getting... I wish he didn't do it. It's not that I didn't wish he was suspended. That would have been my reaction to Rio if I was not a family-friendly lad. The lions look like crackheads. Poor things. They didn't deserve that. When do we get a face reveal? Have you watched any of my real-life hunting content? Got face reveals in probably all but one of those videos. I think I had a random one in 2019 where I never even did an interview because I was just sick of not seeing any deer. It's true. Love your profile picture, by the way. I have an email to that particular Gordon Ramsay moment in my Discord, and I love it. What kind of dog do we have? She is a Blue Heeler and Border Collie mix, we think. Blue Heeler is the definite part. The paperwork just says Blue Heeler mix, but it certainly seems to be the case. And, I mean, I guess if you want to chew my chair, that's better than barking, but she's doing her thing. Oof. Just don't draft McCaffrey, Will. I did it in 2020, and I got like 4 games out of him, I think, and he was still like a top 32 running back, which is nuts. And then Aston drafted him last year. I don't think he got hardly 4 to 6 games out of him. It's a good pick if he can stay healthy, but dude's just Glass Bones guy from SpongeBob. What do you think about EW adding a colorblind setting? That's a necessity, in my opinion. And I'm surprised that... Are you saying they are doing it, or are you saying they should do it? Because I'm surprised it's not already a thing. I know games like Rocket League have one, because I played Rocket League a good bit, and I actually played on the colorblind setting for quite some time. It's useful for kind of highlighting some things, and especially for those who actually have colorblindness. I imagine like tracks and blood and stuff like that don't stand out as well. I'm in multiplayer, someone's level 275. I always want to like challenge people on that. I just want to be like, oh, how do you get that level? I'm still kind of new. I just got to level 60. But I feel like someone would know that I'm trolling and then just get mad and kick me. It would help people like me, I bet. I really wish the turkeys gobbled and strutted more. Yeah. I wish they did as well. The gobbling especially. I have some pretty good gobbling footage from Saturday. Did not kill a bird, by the way, but I got one close enough to put on a show for me. Unfortunately, the hen that he was with was not allowing such things. But you know, I legit want to just be like, listen, I have gobbling audio. I will give it to you for free. Just put it in the game. Make them sound good. They made them better from what they originally were on Silver Ridge Peaks, but they're still not. You know, when you hear a gobble in the distance, especially when you're not expecting it, it's like hair stands up on the back of your neck, like it gets your attention. The gobbles in game are so weak, and I know Merriam turkeys in particular do have a weak gobble compared to Easterns, but still, they're lame. Ah, nice active. You feel it more than you hear it? It's true. Killed my first turkey the other day. Nice. Do they have them in the begging map? Do they have what's in what I assume is the beginner map? Why did I put that in slot 8? That's a weird thing to do. Not something I would normally do, but we're about to hit the slope. So we probably want to put this thing up on the flat. Flat, I said. That'll work. And actually, we'll ditch the tents again and get our weapons back. The turkey? No. They're on 4 different maps, but not the beginner maps. They are on Silver Ridge Peaks, Te Aroa, Rancho del Arroyo, and Mississippi Acres. 3 different subspecies. We have Merriam's, Easterns, and Rio Grande, but we do not have... I always forget. What's the 4th one in the grand's name? Is it Osceola's? I'm gonna be wrong. I always get it wrong. No, I think it is Osceola's, though. Maybe I got it this time. Crows to Layton? That'd be awkward for Scarecrow. Do you think... I don't know where that went. Got killed by a mean lion? Yeah, it's kind of a badge of honor when you get killed by a lion in Call of the Wild. It's not a common occurrence. Osceola and Golds. That's right, the Golds is the one that I'm missing. Just started watching. Did you get anything good? We did indeed. We killed a diamond lion and a crowned wildebeest, ironically enough, at the same lake. Probably almost 10 minutes apart, though. We shot a bunch of lions, and then suddenly across the way there was a legendary. Oh, what's up, Acid? Not looking forward to going back to work today, but hopefully I work these 2 days and have another week off. What is the situation there with getting the week off? Hopefully everything's alright. Okay. This one there. Small lad, but we'll try to get him. How could you have, Kyla? I swear she just took it and moved it. If you did, that's gonna be real awkward. Ah, phone's at 2%, I don't have a charger. Dude, my phone dies so fast these days. You can look, at least on iPhones, you can look and see like what the battery health is compared to the original. And it's at like 79%. So basically I'm starting every day at 79% to begin with. But I mean, like 3 hours of semi-constant use, like, you know, maybe listening to a YouTube video in the background or scrolling through random articles. Like, this morning when I was turkey hunting, once it gets light enough out that the light from my phone's not going to make a difference, and, you know, I'm doing a lot of listening and stuff, I just start reading articles about hunting or about whatever the heck, scrolling through and just kind of passing time, because as I always say, the one nice thing about reading on your phone versus reading on a book is you're staying very still. Like, as long as it's keeping you in the tree stand, or as the case may be, keeping you against the tree, I think it's a good thing. But like, I came back and my phone's at 20%. I only hunted for like, well, it was only light out when I was hunting for 3 hours? Oh. I don't know what she's barking at. Can't find it? I showered in the basement when I got back from hunting. I saw it down there because you asked me to change the laundry load. I don't know. I shook it out of the blanket, but she did lay back on the blanket, so I guess there's a chance, but I thought I looked there again. I don't know. That sounds good, Acid. The sandwich, can I have a sandwich? I already had a sandwich for lunch, actually. always playing some type of media while working and it drains my battery. I can't really do that for my... like, to some degree I can with my PC, like on a side monitor. Sometimes I listen to a podcast or whatever while I'm recording, like just in between sessions. But it's specifically like while I'm having lunch or anything in between. My work stuff is always like listening to football talk shows and stuff. Yeah, Gideon, I need to figure out some details there, because there was a couple of things that didn't make a lot of sense. How did you get those... oh, binoculars? I think it's a level 27 unlock. They're called the Apex Fuse 7x42 binoculars. Oh dear. Shadow has acquired a sock. Mayday. Oi, hey. That's my hunting sock. You can't be chewing that. Come get this. It's a different toy. Come here. Yeah, as if she wants that. See, what's going to happen is if I stand up to go and get it, she's just going to run out of the room. Hold on. I'm going to give her a treat because I don't want holes in my hunting socks. That would kind of ruin the whole concept. Ah, never mind.
You ain't got nowhere to go, girl.
Kyla's here to save the day. Here. Chew on your duck. Goodness. Got those hunting socks just last fall? I think I bought Kyla some hunting clothes, and then there's like this lightning deal, they called it, where I could get 3 pairs of wool socks for like $9, and I was like, I mean, you can never get enough warm socks, so I'll do it. Shadow can never get enough of them either, trust me. Oh dear. Is there anywhere we haven't been? I don't know if lions drink here anymore. We can check. She wants sock. That she do.
So happy.
Oh, where was that?
It was right next to the washer line. That's how it probably fell. Like,
You think she picked it back up when she laid down on it? Because when I don't even know. Maybe it was after I no, she was upstairs when I showered down there. After I finished putting all my hunting stuff away, maybe she was laying on the blanket again.
why are you so crazy?
My rubber boots destroy the heels of my socks. Rubber boots. I don't think mine do that. What kind of rubber boots do you have? I bought like the legit muck boots off of Cabela's. I thought they were like knee length, like an idiot. They're calf length, which is exactly what I had before. Now my old ones had a hole in it, so it's fine. But I wanted taller ones because eventually I'm going to have to walk through the creek in hunting season to carry out the plan that I intend to carry out. Fred, we've had a diamond lion and a crowned wildebeest, actually, at the same lake, oddly enough, after, I'd say they're 15 minutes ago, so after basically an hour of nothing, we had more or less back-to-back trophies. Nothing around this lake. Did I go here? Yeah, that's where we started. I think... oh, here's the last one. One spot we haven't been to. The search for a diamond whitetail jackrabbit's infuriating. Something about looking for diamond lions. What? Diamond rabbits. I'm so sorry.
I was about to say that.
I was midway through trying to take a drink, and I guess my brain can only do one thing at once. Something about trying to chase diamond rabbits. You find them when you're not looking for them. You know what I mean? Like I found one on a Leighton stream not too terribly long ago, hunting something completely different. But then I had that antelope jackrabbit tirade trying to kill a diamond one of them for forever on Rancho. I feel it, dude. They don't seem like they're incredibly rare, but when you really want to find one, they end up being really rare. That's the brand I got Kyla, Ben. The tough thing about... I swear, like, I can never find any women's boots that are insulated nearly as well as men's boots. Like, I've got a pair of 2400 gram Thinsulate hunting boots, which, you know, if it's 10 degrees or so, even with foot warmers, I'm probably not going to have all day without getting pretty chilly toes. But outside of that, like, even in the teens, especially if I bring a foot warmer along, I'm good. Like, I can sit out all day. Women's boots seem to max about 800 grams of Thinsulate, and I don't know why. And the problem is, most men's boots are like a size and a half too big. as like the minimum size they make for Kyla, so I'm just kind of always looking and never finding. Should teach Shadow to play Call of the Wild. You posted that on Instagram?
Yeah, I'm just
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you should.
I don't think I did. I was recording. The other morning she was up on my lap and she had like her head and maybe one of her paws up on the desk.
She's taking over.
You'd think they're toasty, Will, but it gets cold enough that you still want more, I know that. They are quite nice. I don't even know what brand they are, to be honest. They were one of those things that I got for Christmas like probably 5-6 years ago and still quite effective. Going to Rancho. Nice. I thought that you broke your knee? That's not good. Where are you from? I'm from Alabama, but I live in Scotland. I am from Pennsylvania. And still live in Pennsylvania. Only a little less than 40 minutes from where I grew up. Are skill points glitched? I've leveled up multiple times and received none. No, actually. So the way that skill and perk points are gained is a little bit weird. You start out up until about level 37 by earning basically one skill point or perk point every other level. So level 1 you earn, or level 2 I guess, you start at level 1. Level 2 you earn a skill point, level 3 you earn a perk point, level 4 you earn a skill point, and so on. From I think level 37 on, it's every 2 levels. So like say level 37 you get a perk point, level 38 you get nothing, level 39 I think you get a skill point, or maybe there's even a 2 level gap. It starts to change in there, but they're not glitched. It is working as intended. Are Cape Buffalo trolls common? Unfortunately, yeah. They're one of the more common trolls out there. Do all the animals attack you on this map? Cape Buffalo and lions are the only ones that will go aggressive. Lions go aggressive very rarely, actually. Cape Buffalo will attack you quite often, though. Any big males? 1 diamond lion and 1 crowned wildebeest. Okay, we're just gonna make it like 1800. We're gonna go and chase Kudu for, more or less 40 minutes.
Goodness.
You don't like Kudu? You want me to go back to lions? What was that?
Having a fit.
You're crazy, dude. Don't. She's tall enough to look at top of my desk and she's always like, you got any treats for me up there? Because that usually what happens is right before a stream, I'll get her little treat toy thing ready, and then it sits on my desk until, say, like 20 seconds before the intro is done. Warthog will go aggressive, that's right. I barely count them because they're stupid small. Their models need to be like 4 times the size that they are. It saddens me. Speaking of piglets, it's kind of a nice one. Huh. We hit him that time. Well, I don't know how far that was, but we're going to go this way. Braden, thank you for the super chat. If you could add one thing to Call of the Wild, what would it be? Anything at all? I would add an age system to the game. You can leave levels as they are. I prefer to remove them, but if I'm only adding something, I want to add an age system. And I think it could be very simple. The devs can more or less do nothing beyond a couple of quick calculations. Like, the way that I think they should do it is they should basically research, like, the average adult lifespan, I guess. I don't know how to describe that. Like, the average lifespan of a deer is much lower due to the fact that they're hunted and shot at 1.5 all the time. So like the average maybe unhunted lifespan of a deer or something, like what I'm trying to get across is like figure out what the upper end of an age should be, and then you just divide it by the level. Easy as that. Whitetail, I'm going to say 8. is about as old as you'll see. Really, it should probably be closer to 6, but let's just go with 8. So you divide that by 3. You have more or less 3-year gaps. So if it's a level 1 whitetail, it's going to say 0 to 3 years old. If it's a level 2 whitetail, it's going to say 3 to 5, 3 to 6 years old, math. And then if it's a level 3 whitetail, it says whatever, 5 to 8, like whatever little math thing you have to do. It can be very, very simple. Natural lifespan versus hunted lifespan. I think that natural lifespan is not quite right either, I don't think, because I've heard of whitetail deer living like 15 years, like in, not capacity, captivity. So like whatever the wild natural lifespan usually is. I tried to look into a lawnmower. I tried to inquire about it and I haven't gotten a message back yet, so that's a good start. She did almost get that duck. It's funny, the first time she encountered the ducks, they just swam past and she was like, "Oh, what are you guys?" Now she was a lot smaller then, but I think I had it on video too. And she just didn't care. So we had it in a thing, in one of the commands about her in the chat, like one of her activities was not murdering ducks, but she will try to murder the ducks now. And she doesn't care how many times we call her.
I'm glad that the one that she went after can fly a little bit, because you can tell that white one.
The drake can fly. Actually,
Yeah.
I thought it was... This is going to sound weird, I think, coming from someone who hunts, but it almost made me want to hunt ducks a little bit less when I saw what I believe is a fully wild drake. He rarely will fly because he's with a tame hen, and he wants to just stay with her. I was like, that's actually kind of nice, because I don't think a whitetail buck cares at all. He's got to get in and get out, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, what the heck was I about to say before that? Drake, ducks. Oh, yeah, it was Mel's thing. Wild versus captive is vastly different. Yeah, I just don't want them to use the captive age, because if a level 1 whitetail was like up to 5 years old, if you were to divide 15 by 3, for instance, that would be horribly wrong. So they just have to get the correct age thing there. Thick bucks, nice. You know why what the turkey scoring is combined with? Combined just means... Frankly, combined means nothing, if I'm being 100% honest with you. What it's supposed to mean is taking into account the beard, the spurs, and probably the weight. At least in Classic, that's how the scoring system works. Turkeys don't have like a true score system, or true racks, but obviously there's no antlers. So you'd probably call it true score. They're scored the same way as cinnamon teal. And to be truly honest, what I think is that they're scored strictly on their weight, and it just says combined to make us shut up about true beards, because why would they have the same scoring as cinnamon teal then? And they don't, like, there are no true beards, all the beard lengths are exactly the same. I don't think there's any true spurs, I think they're all the same. That's something that needs to be addressed. I'd love to see like longer beards, bigger spurs playing an impact, but a 4.6 score is not, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it should be way higher. My core account got deleted. Do you know the best way to make money? Goose hunting. The way she looked up at me when I said make money, she's like, money, you say?
Money.
I need some of that so I can buy some roasted duck.
We'll let Shadow stream and she'll make the money.
Hopefully when she's not cleaning herself. That would be a bad stream. That was a good spit take. Money? Yeah. Hey. Be nice.
Never.
Good job, Danny.
Never.
At least it wasn't chucking the duck and hitting the mic. Whatever stream that was hilarious. Big buffer. I think for once that's actually not my end. The internet's been good today. We only dropped like I should shut up. We've only dropped like 3 seconds for the frames.
Knock on wood, there's some right next to you.
Oh yeah, there is. Gotta stretch. Hey, thank you, Rex. Yeah, I know. You're not getting full 100% attention. You guys should see what happens in the mornings when I try to leave to Turkey on. So, Saturday morning was pretty bad. Apparently, I wasn't here. I left. But, like, I got up at 4 o'clock, went downstairs. I think I made oatmeal for breakfast. I'm pretty sure I did. And Shadow went back upstairs, and I think she jumped back in bed with Kyler for a bit. But she heard me rummaging around downstairs or whatever, came back down. And there was no getting out the door with this dog. Now, if we had like the, what I'm going to call normal doors, it might be doable. But because at least the upstairs door is like a glass sliding door, you just can't open that, get out the door, and shut it fast enough for Shadow to not squeak through. So I put peanut butter on a lick pad, put it across the room so I have time, scoot out the door, and then the worst thing ever is standing there locking the door, and she's looking at me through the glass door. You know, she can see me plain as day, like, hey, you forgot I'm in here. And I'm like, I gotta leave, I'm sorry. Don't look at me like that. This morning was the same situation, but I didn't lock the door because I hunted here, so I didn't have to look back at her. Don't need to be made sad. Hashtag spoiled pup, that is for sure. Biggest deer in real life? It is the buck that I shot in 2021, actually. If you follow me on Instagram, if you're in my Discord, even here on YouTube on the community tab, that was hard to say, there are images of it. If you want to check it out, it was 180 inches gross score, which is pretty nuts for a PA buck. Just got done with school, what did I miss? 1 diamond lion and 1 crown wildebeest. I feel that, Astro. I had exactly that happen on Saturday. Sitting out, they were fired up all over the place, but nothing close to me. I didn't get to go up to Mom and Dad's Friday night to try to put one to roost. Kyle and I went fishing. And frankly, the amount of times I've ever had success putting a bird to roost is pretty limited. Like, I never hear them in the evenings. I don't know why. So I went to what I considered a pretty good spot and just sat there. Couple birds 500 yards away or more in the distance. Nothing going on. About 9 o'clock, I was cold and I wasn't feeling the best anyway, so I was about fed up, ready to go home, and I hear a gobble like 250 yards away. Alright, I can work with that. Start calling, and he's getting closer. I'm like, oh my, I might actually get one here. Like, I don't usually kill turkeys, so I was pretty hyped up when I just had one coming my way. And then I see him. He's coming. It's a longbeard. I haven't killed a longbeard. I've only killed jakes in my life. So I'm like pretty pumped. And I'm calling a little bit, and then I hear it. A hen. And I'm like, oh boy. My odds are not looking good. Now, I have some pretty cool footage of back and forth with this gobbler. I had him going nuts. I've never heard a hen make the sounds she was making. Like, legit, the best way I can describe it would be like, if this was like if the gobbler and hen were like a human boyfriend and girlfriend, it was like the gobbler would respond to me, side chick, side hen, and then real life hen would like make these whiny yelps like, Carl, quit looking at her. I've never heard anything like it. She was so mad, but I couldn't get them to come close enough, and surely, I probably should have thought of that. I thought if I got the gobbler so fired up, he might come my way, but I probably should have been calling softly to try to get the hen to come my way, because of course he's going to follow her. Carl's, is this the llamas, Carl? Bottom boy, I hope that's what you're going with, because that's what I'm going with. Would you say goose hunting is still the best way to get money? Absolutely. I made so much money goose hunting on Saturday's video, it was nuts. Ow.
Come here, psycho.
I hate that I'm slowly training her that hands are food because I don't want to have her bark and kill your drums on stream. Sacrifice I'm willing to make. That's what I heard. Good. That's what I was going for. I just can't do the long drawn out Carl without sounding like a doofus.
You already do.
Huh?
I said you already do.
Oh, gee, thanks.
You're welcome.
Nice, Jackson. 11 is beard. The one that I was calling in probably wasn't much better than 9, but it was a mature bird, which is all I'm after. Are peeps pleading for a map change? Oh. When I saw the word peeps in your statement, I thought it was going to be about Easter peeps, which I bought because Easter, and I felt like it was a necessity, and I've eaten like 2 of. They're not good. Got a small diamond lesser kudu, what I miss? Diamond lion and a crowned wildebeest. I'm hoping to get another diamond kudu as we're out here, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Am I wrong about kudu drink time? Where are they all at? They're hiding from us today. Peeps are trash? Yeah, I don't know why they're like an Easter tradition. They're just not good. Marshmallow chickens, indeed. How many diamonds you got? Some amount. 890, in fact. So this number's incorrect. All these numbers are incorrect. I get asked about the 20 great ones all the time. The real number is 2. Back in March of 2021, when Bloodhounds came out, they tried to implement a great one counter then and they messed it up. Diamonds are being counted as great ones, golds are being counted as diamonds, silver's being counted as golds, all that. So all my numbers are off, but I was able to get the diamond counter incorrectly to be exactly 300 above the correct number. Because for once, they actually told us when an update was going to drop. They told us like either the Friday before or like the day before or something that the update was going to fix this counter issue. So I knew what my old diamond count was, and I just got the messed up diamond count by shooting golds up to exactly 300 above. So I'd know when somebody asked me how many diamonds I have to just subtract 300. I question my knowledge of need zone times nearly every time I play. I question them a lot more now since they've done like some of the redistribution stuff. Because Kudu, I used to never know when they drank. It was in the middle of the night, so I didn't care. Like, I never hunted Vurhonga at night. But, even Cape Buffalo Moose, like, they've got these slight adjustments to where it's got me off. Call the Wild needs Bantang. Wild cows. Kind of proud of her for chewing on her duck, to be honest. Has anyone heard the new sound clue on Silver Ridge Peaks? Is it the alligator? Because that's like a year old. Well, 8 months old or so. I question why I only see troll whitetails. You know, sometimes that's just the way things go. I had a pretty good stretch there of like a week or more where basically every max level animal I was shooting was a troll. It went from, I mean, there was a quail, which is like always going to troll because they just do that. There's a whitetail in there. What was the one? I felt like I had a Silver Ridge Peaks one. Pronghorn, actually. Got the goose pack last night in the first flock. There was a 5 medium and a bald leucistic. I am jealous. I would love another bald leucistic. It's been quite some time for me. You too? No way. Got trolled by Rocky Mountain Elk today and it was really annoying. Did they troll a lot? They're weird with the trolls. I wouldn't say they troll a lot, but if you get trolled, it's trolled by so much that it's a little more painful. Like if you get a troll Rocky Mountain Elk, it's usually off by like 40 or more. So that can be a little frustrating. Tips on getting heart shots with bows on Vurhonga? Are you trying to heart shot a specific species, or is it just a heart shot in general? Because something you can call in, like a gemsbuck, would be really good. This dog is a little...
Crazy baby.
I knew you were going to bark. I was about to say she has those crazy eyes. They need crocodiles on this map? If not this map, they need another map based in Africa one day that does have them. It seems likely enough because, you know, they added alligators already. They got the mechanics and stuff there. You should hunt on Red Dead Redemption again. You know, I almost deleted the game today because we completed, not deleted, uninstalled rather. Because we completed the playthrough on stream. I need the space on my PC. Like, even if it's just to reinstall, like, Farming Sim or something. So I'm not sure if there will be more... How'd those miss? Alright, I guess I'm just bad. Anyway, I'm not sure if there's... Wait. The last shot got him? I don't know what's going on. Attempt number 12 at saying that. I'm not sure there's going to be any more Red Dead content on YouTube. There may be one day. It's not too difficult to reinstall stuff, but... Unfortunately, my SSD is only 256 gigs, and Red Dead takes up like more than half of that. It feels very weird that it's already May. May means a couple of things for me. Number one, well, obviously for everybody, Mother's Day is a thing here shortly. My brother's birthday is soon, so I gotta worry about that. And then also the day before my brother's birthday is my channel's birthday, basically. Technically, my channel's birthday is September 1st in 2014, but I only uploaded like 3 videos and then didn't do a darn thing until May of 2015. So I consider May 12th, 2015 my channel's birthday because that's when I uploaded a video and then have stayed consistent ever since then. And therefore, in the very near future, I gotta climb into a tree stand on Red Feather Falls over a bear barrel and talk to you guys for 20 minutes about everything that's happened in the last year and the last almost 7 years, which is insane. Like, more than a quarter of my life, I've been doing YouTube content on hunting games. And, there's a whole lot to get into this time. Might be a longer video. We shall see. What kind of randos you trying to do, mistress? We were just talking today. I gotta get a quote on some kind of, like, central air system in here because a window unit is, for multiple reasons, not feasible. Number one, recording in the same room as a window air conditioning unit is not ideal. Number two, our bedroom doesn't have any windows. It's got like the screen door situation with the little mini balcony. So we can't even put an air conditioning in the bedroom or a window unit. So I want to get like a ductless air conditioning system. And then we can maybe consider doing little summer reno projects, but not until there's AC. Otherwise we'll die. I would not trust myself to make good enough shots at 110 meters, Astro, to be honest. Oh, nice, Tortoise. Went turkey hunting today and had a hen come within 10 yards from us, clucking and purring. That's cool. Honestly, man, like I'm just hoping to have some more turkey, you know, closed encounters and stuff like that, because rarely have I ever even had that. When I was younger, I used to have better experiences, better luck, whatever it was. Like, I remember one particular afternoon hunt, and here in PA, you can only hunt till noon for the first 3 weeks of the season. And then the last, like, week and a half or 2 weeks, whatever it is, you can hunt in the afternoon as well. So, is in that... Oh. Ducker's really dead now. I thought something really bad happened.
Just like a white duck, it doesn't have wings to go nowhere.
Wingless.
It hides to death because you scare it so bad.
Anyway.
Sorry.
I caught a gobbler and a hen right down the hill, into range, and I just whiffed a shot. I was like 14 or something. But, like, so rarely now do I ever even get the seabirds in the season. Like, I had those couple younger ones last year. Seeing a mature bird on the first day was an already upgrade over last season, but just can never quite get them in range. There's a couple, assuming they made it through Saturday, there's a couple of nice toms, a bunch of jakes, and a bearded hen are out here. I was hoping I might see one of them today, but no such luck. For me, Will, it's still, I think, you holding the fish. Nothing good after the diamond line, Jake. I like whistling barrels better than smoking barrels. I'd probably argue the best weapon pack now is the modern rifles pack. Although the smoking barrels does give quite good variety. Do you have a video on your massive deer that you took? Not yet. So, I've explained kind of the situation around that a couple of times. Basically, we are going to have our show airing on Wild TV this summer, so we're not too far away from that happening. That is the reason like that our stuff is delayed, because the episodes are going to air on Wild TV and then drop on YouTube. So whenever that episode airs, it's going to be towards the end of the season, unfortunately, so it's going to be a little longer to wait, but at least there are going to be hunting videos on the YouTube channel in what, maybe a little more than a month. I know, I'm excited. I actually got to get back into the workflow of wrapping up the tiny little mistakes and stuff. Knockout them this year in Missouri. They were pretty fired up here in PA on Saturday, and I usually have that experience. Saturdays, they usually go nuts because there's more hunters out. Just, you know, getting them to respond to calls, and then they hear each other, and it just naturally kind of gets more responses and gets more birds talking. It also helped that it was like 30 degrees. Cool weather seems to fire them up. Can animals see the light? No. Any diamonds today? 1 diamond lion. Yeah, regardless, Logan, whether it's called the Wild Or Classic, that is a good one. One of the few animals that lines up in both. Diamond Lion Rider and a Crowned Wildebeest. Do you have any kids? Not yet. We have a dog that is childlike enough. Right down to the constant crying when she's upset. Nice, Nico. Just watched that goose hunt on your channel. I don't know how you had that many geese. Frankly, I don't know either. That was as full a goose hunt as I've ever had. What should I hunt right now? I think the only answer is lynx on Medved. If you really want to challenge with a bow, if you really, really want to challenge from a tree stand. That's the required answer anytime that's asked on this channel. I usually have to hunt the middle of the week due to work, but it's a benefit because of the low hunting pressure. Yeah, that definitely helps. I thought I was going to have our little flock, or population maybe I should call them, because it's not like one flock anyway. I thought I was going to have all the turkeys to myself this morning, but actually the one thing I did see, it was like, I didn't have to get up till 4:45 because I'm just walking out the back door and walking a couple hundred yards. But I got up, took Shadow outside. As soon as we got back in, one of the guys was going to the sportsman's club that borders our property. So she saw that and was barking like nuts. And I was like, well, that's fine. You know, one guy up there, they got 100 acres. So what are the odds we're going to be, you know, side by side? Well, wouldn't you know, he walked right down the property line, like 150 yards from me. I was like, oh, good. Nothing like walking right through. I saw a deer run past, and I was like, what would spook a deer through here at, you know, 7:45 in the morning? But turns out it was a guy. I didn't even record him. Usually I record like any random people that I see while hunting, just for the sake of like, if it's potential trespassing or whatever, it's usually a good idea. But I also didn't have my main camera battery with me, and I didn't want to, my luck, I'd use up all my battery filming some dude, and then a turkey would walk past and I'd have no camera. What's the worst animal for trolling? Male gemsbuck or mountain lions, probably. We do indeed know nothing about a new map. Oh god. Hi. Nice of you to join us. Usually that doesn't work. I attempt to make those brain shots and then fail, and then it's pure panic. Caribou are pretty bad trolls too, you're right. The worst thing about caribou is you don't see as many high level ones to begin with. Like a level 5 caribou is a legit achievement in my mind. Tips on diamond whitetail on Rancho? You know, like any other species, hunt their drink times, 8 to 11 on Rancho del Arroyo. And just basically shoot all your bucks over and over till you find one. Well, the best thing was, well, he walked right by my trail cam. So, you know, I'm not sure he was trying to do anything wrong necessarily. It was just a little unfortunate. He was walking right past where I was. But, like, there's a road they put in. And I believe, because the previous owner of this property told me that he believes that they actually kind of messed up with where the road runs and a little bit runs on my land. So I think he was kind of inadvertently trespassing, just walking down the road. As long as that's all he did, like I don't mind. I'm not trying to cause a big deal, but you know, you go hunting, you want to be out in the middle of nature and not see other random people. So it was a bit unfortunate. I am curious though, because he wasn't wearing camo. He definitely had a gun, and almost looked like he had a bag of something. So I'm a little worried he might have been trying to put out bait. I got to figure that out. He better not be. Like, man, if he's at a sportsman's club putting out bait, because I know it was the guy that drove in there this morning. There's no way it wasn't. That's going to be a little frustrating. Do people out in the world actually say, I want to hunt in Sweden? I think TK does, but he can't bow hunt. So he doesn't get to. Bargaining chip? Wait, what? Hey, what's up, Billy? How was your ashes? I swear, big Kudu are as hard to find in this game as anything. How many diamonds have you messed up? Oh god, countless. Over the years, random, you know, failure to get my consecutive harvest up back when that mattered. I've had, you know, my fair share of bad shots, wrong weapon usage on occasion. I have no idea how many I've messed up. Plenty, that's for sure. Nevada, thank you for the super chat. Who's your favorite hunting personality? I'm a big fan of Newberg and Warren. I mean, it's got to be Steve Bernella. I think in some ways, my real life hunting videos, even last year, you can see a little bit of his influence in like my speaking style and stuff. I just like his approach. Like, it was a little bit. I'll tell you. I won't tell you what episode it is, but I think I've only got one episode that is coming from my side of things, where there's not some kind of kill involved. So there are 3 mixed episodes between like TK and the 3 of us here in Pennsylvania for meat hunter stuff. But like anything that's a solo episode from the PA side, I think there's only one episode that doesn't feature a kill. If I've never seen Meat Eater before, I'd be worried that, like, you know, putting an episode out with no kills would be kind of a no-no in the outdoor television industry. But, you know, that happens with Steve all the time. And I was like, you know, I feel like he's kind of paved the way for just telling the story and, I guess, showing the real side of it, that you don't always just, you know, kill some monster buck or whatever. There's a good one. Good thing it's running away. I feel like I've had this guy's track on numerous occasions and never killed him because he always flees before I get here. At least I know he's not a 5. You think the 7mm or 338's better? The 7mm is more versatile in the fact that it can take animals from classes 4 to 9, whereas the 338's 7 to 9. But the 338's far more powerful. Is he farther than he looks? Is he closer than he looks? Is he... There we go. Just refusing to ever go alert. What do I think about a Great One Moose? I think it seems to be a community favorite as far as the idea of that happening, and I hope they're going to do it. The hunt with Luke Combs. I can't figure out if Luke Combs doesn't actually hunt a lot, or if he just wasn't sure what to do, like...
I think he didn't know what to do camera-wise.
Camera-wise?
Yeah, because he's like... What did he say? He said something.
He said, I won't react till you do, or something.
Yeah, he was like waiting for Steve Bernella, and I was
Like-
like, this poor guy doesn't even get to like show his reaction. He has to question something first, and that sucks.
Because they gave the impression on that episode that, like, you know, he grew up in the country, hunting and all that. But then when his reaction was kind of like, I don't even know what just happened, I was like, wait, are they trying to sell the country thing, or is he just not sure on camera?
He
does seem like a little bit like...
If he did hunt,
awkward
I
stuff.
think it would be different from where he would be from, what, Alabama or wherever he's from, or North Carolina, South Carolina.
Yeah, but...
Compared to pronghorn hunting, where it's further away. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like, it might have been a different, like, type of field of hunting, but I feel like he didn't, I don't know, it was such a weird situation.
It felt very...
It felt like it was almost like a retake. when you turned around. You know what I mean? Like after you already shot or before.
I mean, that could be.
That shot, and I was like, so.
Retakes are a thing. Is he down? Now that's a thing. Like, I've definitely done that. I've shot animals and been like, well, I don't see it anymore, so I guess I got it, but I'm not sure. But the reaction thing that was very strange. He did crush the song at the end. Most unfortunate troll? I had an albino level 5 Grados Ibex back on the old scoring system when weight really was closely correlated with score. So, like, with those Grados Ibex, if they weren't above like 99 kg, you had no shot. It wasn't going to be a diamond. So I actually picked up this thing's track. Like, I spotted it. It was just one of those situations, you know, much like this. I see it in the distance. Here's its track right here. And I picked it up. This is back in the Zag Tactics days, so you could see the exact weight of the animal. And I knew immediately it's 97 kg. It's a troll. I didn't even shoot it. I was hunting with G-Man. He was with me. I was like, please shoot that. I don't even want the disappointment. He actually shot it and messed it up, but it was a 937 anyway. Bit of a bummer when you see a max level animal and you know it's a troll before you shoot it. Excuse my rant. Got trolled by 3 of them in a row? What's that, Ibex? Back then they used to troll a lot. I feel like they don't troll as much anymore. That question got kind of lost in the Mediator episode. Have you heard about Ultimate Hunting, and do you think you're going to play it? Yes and yes, although I'm not sure in what capacity yet. All the Joe Rogan episodes on Mediator are fantastic, Bottom Boy. I love them. Joe's fun to listen to. He's got a cool perspective on a lot of stuff. Yesterday got trolled by a grizzly. Those always hurt, because you don't see a lot of level 9 grizzlies. The first, Kylo offered up for a Yukon map the one day for me to hunt for a video, because I was trying to do Yukon, and I think either multiplayer was giving me issues, or maybe there were no servers open. First thing I find is a level 9 grizzly. I was like, well, this is going to look bad. It's just going to be like, oh, you're using Kylo's map for diamonds. Don't worry, it was the troll. Is it Brian Callen? Is that his name? He's a little... I prefer to listen to his podcast stuff. Sometimes he's a bit of a knucklehead on those episodes. I don't think Danny wants Netflix. I'm pretty sure he's just, you know, trying to fit in with the crowd. Everybody else wants Netflix. Hello there. Don't run over my dog! How dare you? I will fill you with holes. What?
What a phrase.
He ran over Sir 12, and I don't take kindly to these maneuvers. Jerk. Imagine if your dog could die in this game. That'd be traumatizing. Anything good today? A diamond lion and a crowned wildebeest. We're actually going to head back to the trophy lodge now. Second trophy lodge, the diamond lion was rather small. But we're going to place those. That's not what I said, Bottom Boy. That is not what I said. That's a very different thing.
Oh, dear.
Isn't that what you wanted to hear, Nick? I tried, man. Don't forget it, Sir 12. I went to bat for you. Alright, this small piebald elk is not that special. Diamond line in this place. I don't know how I feel about, hold on. This nighttime situation is not it. I do like the bedroom way better in, Spring Creek Manor, I gotta say. Family friendly? Nothing was wrong with that. What do you mean? What was that sound? It almost sounded like an elk or something. Hints? Clues? I don't know if you guys could hear that because the music's playing, but there was almost like a... You hear banjos? I didn't hear banjos. It almost sounded like an elk to me. Anyway, what the heck else am I placing? Wildebeest. Isn't there... Perfect. Way better in the lodge, by the way, where the fur's not all transparent. Not too bad. Not too bad. What's up, sweetness? Unfortunately, we are just getting ready to wrap up here, but 2 pretty nice kills from Vurhonga. We've had a bunch of this as of late as well. Like, on stream, we keep on killing cool stuff. Whether it's the max weight diamond chamois, the albino bighorn, crowned wildebeest, diamond lion. Cool stuff kind of keeps on showing up on streams and single player, and I am here for it. Funky full guitar number 3, you got it, man. You got it. Anyway, that is officially going to do it for this stream. So, yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support today. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you in tomorrow's video, continuing the Let's Go Trophy Hunting series over in the Hunter Classic. Bye!